Coming to you live from Seattle. It's Kim's Corner.
Hello, Illumineers! I'm your host, Enchanted Kim, and I'm here to bring you an episode of Kim's Corner. You might be wondering, what is Kim's Corner? Kim's Corner is a show that takes place in my corner of the internet. Here, I interview guests, play games, and all around bring the girly pop vibes to Disney Lorcana. Now, I'm super excited for today's episode because I have a crew of people who give Princess Ariel a run for her money when it comes to having the biggest collection of who's its, what's its galore. And just like the mermaid herself, they want more. So, let me introduce you to Jei, Melissa, and Sierra. Now, all three of them have in common, besides being my friend, is that they are some of the biggest Disney Lorcana collectors that I know. Their collections easily put mine to shame. So today, I figured it'd be fun to hear how they got into collecting and why, their craziest stories, and even test their collector knowledge. So with that, let's start with the intros. Melissa, let's start with you.
I'm Melissa, aka Missy Enchanted.
What is up, everybody? I am Jei, aka Lore, a Whisper.
Hey guys, it's Sierra, and I am Laura Illumineer.
So I have been collecting Disney Lorcana since day one of the Hobby Store release, so August 18th, 2023. Why? Because I'm a huge Disney fan, and it was really the main reason why I joined this community, because I didn't want to do the pin trading thing. So then I'm like, yeah, cardboard, that should be cheaper. No, it's not. But here I am. I've committed, and that's my short story.
So, I also started when the game came out, and I didn't think it was going to be a big obsession, but hashtag jokes on you, because it has taken over. And honestly, like, I thought it was going to be, let me just get this and see what this is all about. And then product was nowhere to be found, the FOMO hit in, and yeah, here we are. 2 years later, going to three.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be 3 years soon. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Sure, I think I started collecting on like a week or so before Ursula's Return came out. Um, I started collecting because I took the boys to a Collecticon, and just a vendor was like, he saw my Disney shirt on and was like, "Hey, I have this Snow White." And at the time it was like $75, and I was like, absolutely not. I would never spend $75 on a card. And now I have several of those cards for much more than $75. And so I did it because I wanted to do something with the boys. I was actually very impressed with the TCG community whenever it was the first time going to a Collecticon. And I just really loved how, as a real estate investor, how the boys got to kind of interact as an investor and kind of look at like the market and then talk with other adults who, kind of could coach them through it. And I kind of loved that aspect of it for them. And then I made an Instagram, and it snowballed into an obsession.
Honestly, valid. I feel like that's kind of where all of us go, where it's like you're like, I'm just gonna collect this one thing, especially if it's like your favorite character, and then you get introduced to the Disney Lorcana community, and then it's like, oh, we're in this now.
Yeah.
We're in this. I know. If you had told me that I'd be going to like Gen Con and Geek Fest and all these other like conventions and like traveling, like I have a bunch, like you guys know, I do hair and I have a salon and I talk to clients and they've known me, some of them for like 5+ years now. And even just like this week telling them like, oh yeah, I plan to go to Richmond, Virginia for this like giant convention. They're like, really? You?
Yeah.
Like what? For shiny cardboard? And I'm just like, that's what it is. I want to collect those exclusive like Disney Lorcana challenge promos and of course see everyone, but really it's like it's to collect the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, they all absolutely love Disney Lorcana and have had the time to grow some insane collections. Even Sierra, coming in a little bit after the start, is still within that first year, I want to say, of Disney Lorcana, so pretty early on. And if you follow their content, which if you don't, I'll have it linked in the bio below, you might have caught glimpses of their collection already. So prior to the show, I did request that they all have ready, because we're gonna do a little bit of like show and tell, because I'm nosy. I'm a nosy girl, and I want to know just like what is the coolest thing that they have in their collection. What's like the unique thing, the thing that like if they showed this to someone, would they be like, "How do you have this?" That's really what I want to know. So with that, we're gonna start with Jay. Jay, show us the cool thing that you have. Show and tell.
I have to say, like, this made me reflect because I was like, what do I love about my collection? So I had spent some time trying to figure out what to bring today. So I have a couple, but I'll only show one. If we have time
Okay.
at the end, I'll show the rest. But
All right. It's some bonus
I have
content.
to say it is the sleeves.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So I I don't know
Yeah.
That's a flex.
if
That is a
that's
flex.
so
Dang.
I have been collecting one of each, but in that journey, like I said, might as well just have the full pack. So yeah, so sleeves are a thing for me. I don't know. These are all made for Lorcana. They're officially produced by Ravensburger and are from Lorcana. So you can't just buy them anywhere. So I cherish these very much. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Jealous.
especially the Baymax sleeves, those are Disney Lorcana 2025 Continental exclusives.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
yep. So that
And then
one, I was like, I haven't even seen them before in person.
yeah.
And then, yeah, the
The
whole New World ones,
worlds.
those
Those
ones
are
Yeah,
were
this
rare.
exclusive to the
yeah.
World competitors. So there's
Yep.
only a handful. I do have the Ursula ones,
Yep.
though.
And then these are so cool.
They
I
are.
like how they made these like
Yeah.
available for everyone. Like
Yes.
I really like that, and I hope that they do more of that because I think it's such a cool little quest and concept to like go get the sleeves. So
Great. Do you ever play with them, or are you just kind of like, nah, these are display
no.
items?
Yeah, absolutely. I just stare at them if I ever like even like the Ursula ones, I have two of them.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm not playing with them. Maybe, yeah. I always say like maybe with like the outer sleeves, like they'll be
Mhm.
super protected, but then I'm like, nah, just kidding.
Just kidding.
So, no.
Honestly valid though, but awesome. I'm so jealous, especially of the Baymax and the whole New World sleeves. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen those in person. Just like the online photos and videos. And I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe someday. Maybe. Sierra, what item do you have to show us?
Awesome. So I early on in my collecting started, well, Jay used to have a very similar name to mine. And so they were one of the first people that I followed, I think, because I just did a Google search and was kind of like digging. So I think they were probably the person that FOMO'd me the most about everything.
A true
They would post,
influencer.
look at this magazine, and I had to have all of them, missing one. But
Okay.
so besides that, I think because I think that's probably one of the most not every Lorcana collector goes after everything, right? So like I loved the magazine. So and then I think it would just be my Snow White collection. I'm trying to collect the Well Wisher in every language. And so I'm getting close. There is one that's going to probably be Never Coming Home, which is the Germany one, because it is like $500,
Wait,
and I guess
why?
there's a misprint on them. But I've been in contact with a couple people in Germany, and I'm like, if you guys could swing 300, we can talk. But 500 for a card that's like $60. Oh, I don't know. Can't do it. So I've got my queens, and then I've got I got my slabs, which are mainly the other ones. But yeah, so my goal is to collect it in every language, and as it kind of, branches out into other, countries and languages, I plan to be grabbing them there. But yeah, definitely my favorite part.
That's so cool.
I love that.
I'm wishing you luck to get the one in Germany. I'm kind of like
I
Melissa.
know.
You're going to Ghent. That's in Germany, right? You're
I
like,
was gonna offer if you need the transport, I will transport it from overseas.
I need to
Just
ask
a
them
deal.
then, because like once the tariff situation started, I was kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm just gonna completely back off for
Yeah.
right now. But I need to be like, hey, if you're going,
if you're going to deal to Ghent,
yeah.
you're like, you got someone. You got someone to be the middleman. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
And with that, Melissa, show and tell your item. I'm super curious. Is it Cinderella? That's what I want to assume, but who knows?
It is not a card.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I have never shown this.
Ooh, this is
In
an
terms of
exclusive. This is a Kim's Corner exclusive.
it is. I truly don't think many people have seen this, and if they have, it is not in their possession. When we talk about collection obsessions, we all agree that we're pretty crazy. And then when China got Lorcana, they had this cool bag that they
Oh,
gave out.
That is so cool.
I love that. I've seen, I think Australia had something similar at one point
Something
too.
similar, yes. I think theirs is cloth. This one is plastic.
That
So-
is
That
dope.
is so awesome.
FOMO now.
Right?
No, oh my Google, how do I get my
So I've never used it because it's plastic and you could tell like how it was shipped. They had to like fold it and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? It's in my collection. I'm good. But I'm going to make a kind of a greedy shout out. Shout out to Lorcana Man. I bet you don't have this.
I'm so ready. I'm gonna clip this later to put on Instagram, tag him personally.
Because you know he's another one that like has the coolest things from
Oh, for
overseas. And I'm
sure.
just like, nah, I think I got you here, my friend.
Better yet, just arrive at Richmond with
I
your
know, that's
deck
what I was thinking.
inside.
Like just come in, like strut in with the bag.
I'm like, what? You don't have this?
Too funny.
I want that to happen. Like slow-mo, strut, sunglasses on and everything.
Yep.
Just like fanning enchanted while you're at it too.
Mhm.
That's so cool
funny.
though. How difficult was it to get that? I know we're gonna talk more about like our crazy stories, but was that one, because it's so like not popularized, was it something that you saw and you're like, I need that, and like who do I contact? Or did you see it like for sale on like eBay or something? You're like,
Yeah.
okay, add that to cart.
Yeah, I'm always on the internet. So if I see a picture of something in the background, I'm like, wait. Like the Leo meme. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've never seen that item. And then I immediately go to eBay and I just start typing like China convention, BLT bag, and it usually pops up. So if there's anything that like they get, I did the same thing, but I wasn't successful with the Whispers in the Well, the tag that had Judy Hopps and I think Nick Weld on it.
Yeah,
Did the
yeah.
same thing. Went to eBay and I'm like, no, couldn't find it, or it was out of my budget for the moment. So
Mhm.
yeah, you gotta know when to do it and you gotta strike fast, because if not, either they're gone or they're gonna be too expensive.
Yeah, that reminds me of like a deck box I saw pretty recently. I think it was DKP that
Yeah.
posted
Mhm.
it on Twitter.
Yep.
And I was like, ooh,
Yep.
what's this deck box? I want that.
Yep.
It's like kind of like the old plasticky ones. I don't think it's cardboard.
Yep.
I think it's like plasticky.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's like the Disney
yeah.
Lorcana logo. And I was like, I want that. Why don't I have that in my collection? But I
Yep.
was like, it's fine. But now I know if I want it, go to eBay or like search online.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now that you guys shown, your unique rare items in your Disney Lorcana collection, what is like your craziest story trying to get an item. I feel like I've been witness to a few of your guys's, but I'm curious if you guys have any crazier stories. Let's start with Sierra with this one.
Well, let me adjust my camera angle real quick.
I remember this.
I remember this too, so I'm ready to hear
I'm
the
just glad there's not a
details.
mess over here.
Spill the tea. I'm
Oh,
ready.
so I'm still missing Tink, but other than Tink, I'm complete. So I, of course, saw these. I think it was Missy, the first person that I was like, I'm gonna need those, And they're so expensive for each of them,
Not if
And
it's
so
my first.
one day I was at a pizza place with the boys, and I was again just scrolling eBay like Lorcana. Let's see what pops up, and all of them popped up, even Tink, for $59 each. And I just sat there and stared at my phone for like, it was like ending in 2 hours, and just watched it.
Mhm.
And I have screenshots of my $59 bid.
Uh-huh.
And
You have receipts.
1 second, yes, receipts. 1 second remaining. There was no other bids.
Mhm.
Oh.
There was no, like, it literally shows one bidder, which would be me.
Mhm.
And then I get the next screenshot. Sorry, whatever it says, you lost this. And I'm like, how?
How?
How? Nobody else is bidding. And it went to somebody else. And like, I felt very Karen, like I needed to like talk to eBay about this. I didn't, but like I wanted to so bad because I was like, nobody else was bidding. Like, how is it possible that I missed all of these? So I
Mhm.
ended up with Mickey. That was the only one that anyone bid on. And got the next bid and it was fine. And so it just, yeah, it was very disrespectful and hurt my
It's very
feelings. But
the
I ended up with
disrespect
them.
from eBay.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened, I think that probably the person who had them probably had like a secondary account that was ready to go
Ooh,
if they didn't hit the amount that they wanted.
yeah.
Oh.
So I think that's what happened. And that's why I was kind of irritated because I was like, it felt like a snipe. And I was like,
Was
it
a snipe.
doesn't make sense, Like like literally 1 second remaining and it was just me. And they would have had to have bid on four of them, And I don't think you could have time to do that in 1 second, But I lost him. So, but I have them now for much more expensive and probably 4 times the price.
Curiosity, does anyone have the metal sign that also, I think that came out first and then it was the banners. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see it. Yeah, I see it in the
Yeah.
background. Not me. It's a funny
Missy's
story.
like,
Wait.
That's another one.
Funny story about
That's
that
another one.
sign though is so there is an LGS literally across the street from me. Like I just gotta go down my home, go down the stairs, and then just cross the street. It's great. And they tried to have Lorcana at some point, and it just didn't pop off, unfortunately, which I'm so bummed about because imagine how easy it would be to go to set champs. I could just like crawl out of bed and just roll on over. It'd be so good.
pajama
Um,
party.
Pajama party. Oh, it's so good, but it never popped off, and it makes me so sad though because they still have the like metal sign in their window, and I'm just like, I want it though, because you don't even like have Lorcana organized play. Like, I don't think they even really
Oh.
carry Lorcana anymore, and I'm like, give that to me. But like, I'm also
Yeah.
bummed too because it's like right in the window that like the sun hits it, so I feel like it
Oh my
also has a little
gosh,
bit of sun
yes.
damage, and I'm just like,
Yes.
if they could have just given this to me, like it would have had
A
such
Yes.
a
year
good
ago.
home. And now I'm really nosy. Probably after the show, I'm gonna like go across the street to see if it's still there, because I haven't thought about that in a minute. But I just remember seeing the sun hitting it, and I was like, I already know this is gonna get damaged over the
Yeah.
summer, and then I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like didn't want to think about it because it hurt me too much. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, huh, after the show, I might walk over just to see because I'm nosy. So with that, Melissa, you showed off that you have the side. So tell
Yes.
us crazy
Oh my goodness.
your crazy story about something that you tried to get at some point for your
I mean, I feel like they all start the same way. I see it, I want it. It's an Ariana song, right? Like,
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
it, I bought it, right?
great.
And they all literally are just circling eBay 10 million times. But no, mine I'll do in person. And a lot of us have seen footage of it because there were thousands of us there. And it was the most recent D23 convention. We got up at like 3 a.m, got in line, and we're like, oh, yeah, we're good. No, we were literally at the sidewalk right on South Harbor. And by that point, it was like a stretch of like 45 minutes of a line already.
Mhm.
And, we can't bring food in. So it's like, well, we haven't even eaten and all this. Anyways, so we get there and the line was already cut off within 5-10 minutes.
Mhm.
And couldn't even move. And I know you guys have heard and seen the story, but it really was one of those where I was like, you know what? When we bought the ticket for the convention, I'm like, you know what? We're going to get something exclusive that nobody else is going to be able to get unless we're there. Well, joke's on us, because then we find out that they sold it at Downtown Disney and at Disney Springs and in France and wherever they usually release it. So I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight. I just dropped how much on airfare and convention tickets for something I could have just woken up and in my own state get the same. On top of it, literally spend 2 hours practically in this position, because we were literally shoulder to shoulder in the convention room. And it was just really bad. I think the coolest part though was that I was in a place where there was like a piano. And at one point, Ryan Miller literally got on that stage with the Incaster and like made an announcement. And I'm like, where's my phone?
Like, I got front row
I'm
for
a
this.
fangirl real quick.
Let me reel out of this.
And then I try to record him. I get out of line, because we think we're in line. And then I lose my husband, and it was just this whole thing. And funny enough, I think that was the first time I ever met the citizens of Lorcana in line. And it was just I don't know that I ever want to do it again. So yeah, I rather pay the money on eBay or pay someone than do that again. That was a lot. Conventions are a whole other level. Yeah, no, not doing it
Hey,
again.
bright side of the story, you got a really cool Mickey.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say, didn't you get the exclusive Sorcerer Mickey?
Yeah,
I
yes.
think-
So, in hindsight, we got the Mickey that you couldn't get anywhere else, and we got the cool packets for the show, or that everybody who was there got a gift for being in the Lorcana panel. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh yeah, I had
So
like
that
a
was cool.
booster pack or something, right?
A booster pack, a sticker, which is similar to the one that Tito has on his mug.
Oh,
And
you mean the
that one,
sticker?
that's the exact one. Yes. And then another Mickey. So there was a Mickey in that one too.
Nice.
Yep.
And with that, Jay, tell us your story. If it's a story I think you're gonna tell, I think I was there to like semi-witness it, but it might be something else.
No, that's exactly the one I'm thinking about. But also, I feel like I've normalized a lot of the stories where I don't think it's crazy. Like, I think it's totally normal that I do these things. So I think the most like marking one was the Gen Con line for chapter 1 trove, and this is when was it, this was this year.
Yeah, this
At Gen
was
Con.
July or August. I think it was August.
Yeah
It was the
so
summer.
it's like chapter 1, it's not around, you can't get it anywhere. So when they announced they were gonna have troves for chapter 1, I was like, heck yeah, I need this. I only opened a chapter 1 trove during chapter 1. We all know product was scarce and like nowhere to be found.
I
So
love how when we talk about first chapter, it's always like the dark ages, like the Disney Lorcana. So before time. Everything was scarce.
So like get like having the opportunity to keep it sealed and like putting that in my collection, I really wanted that. So I wasn't gonna go super crazy and like go there at 3 a.m. like other people like were lining up at 3 a.m., 6 a.m. to
Well, I
like
think we saw when we were leaving the convention, people like were already lining
people,
up
yeah.
that night before.
Yeah. So I'm not about that life. So
Okay.
I rolled up at like, I think it was 8 a.m. or something like that, and they opened around 9. So it wasn't too bad. So I make the line, it's people already lining up or whatever. And time goes by, they start giving out a ticket for marking, like, all right, if you have a ticket, you get a trove. So they start giving out tickets. It's like a zigzag. So I'm like, okay,
So
okay,
you can't
okay.
really
I look at the
count.
lady. Yeah. Like I'm just looking at the lady and like looking at the line to see like the stack of like what she was handing out. And she was handing out promos as the ticket. So I'm like looking at the stack, looking at her. I'm like, okay, okay, I might have a chance, I might not. She gets to the person in front of me and she hands out the last card. So I'm like, there is no way this just happened to me. Like, this cannot be true. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I stay in line? Do I like leave? I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. And I stand there for like 15, 20 minutes, just being hopeful. And this very kind lady on like the row next to me, she's like, look, I have to go and I'm not gonna get this. Here's the card. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. So yeah, I ended up getting the trove, and it was, yeah, it was roller coasters of emotions. I can describe it that way.
I've just been
Congrats.
crying the whole morning. I've been like crying because I didn't get the ticket at first. I'd be like, literally by one person, I would have full
That's what
crossed
hurt the
out.
most. It's like, come on, come on.
And then I would
But
just like start like crying again if someone was just like, here you go, like you can have.
I did cry internally because I was like, what the heck? Is this real? But I'm glad it worked out. So now I have a sealed chapter 1 trove and I love it.
Do you ever like eye it and you're like, I want to open this. Like there could be
Girl.
literally Elsa in there.
Girl.
Definitely invite me over to your house.
Girl. Yeah. It's tempting, but
Don't do it.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep any troves sealed. I'm just saying, no, no, those are open. I like the dice.
And the little like carton deck boxes that the chapter 1. Do you guys remember those? Like I
Yes.
thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I don't think I have those. I feel like the
I threw them
first
away.
chapter. Oh gosh, my like heart for a second.
I was like, what are these for?
What's that reaction right now?
The little pamphlet that it used to bring. But
No, I kept that.
Oh, God.
That was
Okay.
meaningful.
Oh my
A
goodness.
little lore track cycle.
Into the shredder.
Now to follow up this, I'm really wondering because everyone has, their dream collection item. What is your guys's? And it could be something that's super niche. I know Sierra kind of already shared about the German Snow White card, but is there anything else? And it can't be something like a golden Mickey because I feel like everyone wants that in their collection or a DLC trophy. But is there like a random thing that you're like, I really want that? Especially if it's something that you're like, it was so close in my grasp to getting at one point. Melissa, we'll start with you.
Oh boy.
And you can say more than one too if you want, if you're just like, they're stories.
No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it brief. So you guys know I'm in Orlando, and when Worlds happened, let's just say I did have an opportunity to get the stuff that the competitors received as gifts, and the one thing I wanted because I feel like I like to be a completist. I mean, if that's not an example right there. I would have loved the playmat for the whole new world. I just had to say yes. That was literally it. I just needed to say yes, in terms of, going through the transaction. And I didn't. And it's one of those where now I look at it and I'm like, I have to live with it, right? But maybe one day.
Yeah, one day.
Maybe.
I don't know. Get good, qualify for Worlds, and just you'll get another cool playmat.
It won't be that one.
I know it won't be that one, but I don't know. Maybe you get a +1. You get Steven, and then or Steven gets in, your
Trade.
husband, and then you get 2. You could trade. That's what you gotta do.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There you
Fair
go.
enough.
Power couple right there in the making. All right, Sierra, what is your dream collection item?
I think the Snow White's in my grasp. It's just me having to decide that I want to spend that, I think along with what Missy is saying, the things that I would not be able to ever qualify for, like the mats and like the whole new world promo, those different things that are just sorry, so expensive that you just would never, like they're like a house note and you're just like, I don't think I need that. But I would also like that mat that's behind Missy. So
Same.
maybe
Obtainable.
one day.
That one's-
Obtainable, yeah.
That one's obtainable for sure.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. But the whole new world stuff that's pretty top tier, I think.
Yeah, going to that mat, that is like my constant, if I had a collection item like on my dream list, number one, it's that one. And I always tell people this story that my boyfriend, he knows that I love Cinderella. For Christmas last year, he got me the foiled Cinderella Stout-Hearted card from DLC, which is awesome. I'm super grateful. But I was like, I could tell you half listened because I wanted the foiled Cinderella Stout-Hearted playmat, not the card. And I was like, and I feel like the playmat is cheaper than the card. But he does, he does what he does. Like I said, still grateful, but I'm always just like, it is in my one day. And with that, Jay, what is your dream collection item?
Along the lines of playmats. So when the game released, they did like I think it was like 5 character playmat with set or chapter 1 characters. I think it was like Aladdin, Simba, Maleficent. I don't remember what they were, but like they have a playmat. So and then they re-released it for the Chinese when they released the game in China. They get or there were that playmat was available, but it says like 2025 on the bottom. Like I would love to have like the OG one of that one, and then I can't remember if it was for set 2 or set 3. They did another one for it was a Gen Con exclusive one with like the characters.
Yeah.
And then again this year they did the characters. So I was able to get the one for this year, but man, those other 2, like I want them, but I know I'll never have them because I'm not balling on that. So, but that'd be cool if, one day somebody kind out there just hands them to
He
me.
just gives it to you.
Yeah.
All right, now that we've heard about their dream item collections, their crazy collector stories, and just how they even got into collecting, we're going to test their expertise when it comes to collecting and see if they know prices of items, especially if they're on their wish lists. And with that, we're going to play Guess That Price. All of our contestants here have either a whiteboard or a piece of paper. I'm going to say an item. For those of you watching at home, I'll have an image of the item that I am talking about. They don't have the image because since they're experts, they should know what it is just by the name of it. I'll be doing where if it is something, a card specifically from that can be found on TCG Player, I'll be going off the market price. If it's an item that is not necessarily exclusive to TCG Player, like something we can find on eBay, I'll be going off the average price. They'll get 1 point if they're within a $10 range above or below. 2 points if they get it like exactly. And no points if they're like super off. So with that, let's get started. First item, I feel like when you think of Disney Lorcana collectibles, this one always comes to mind. Elsa, Spirit of Winter, first chapter Enchanted, non-graded. I'm gonna give you guys like 10 seconds. I feel like 10 seconds is enough. If not, get good. All right. And with that, let me show you the answer. I should write it down. 2, 1, and flip.
Oh, mine's really small.
I don't know
Mine
if you
too.
guys. I don't know if my camera's backwards. If it is, that's hilarious. I think mine's backwards.
Yours is fine.
Oh, okay. It's just showing backwards to me, but cool. So
I was
it's
way off.
$630. I feel like,
That's how much. Okay, cool.
yeah. I feel like not even
So we
gonna
all
get a
lose.
point. Yeah. I was like,
Missy was the closest though.
I feel
Yeah.
like
You guys
Yeah,
have
that's
yeah,
fine.
we'll give you a point. I feel like if everyone's super wrong, the one who got closest gets a point then. I feel like that's what we'll do.
My original guess was going to be 658, by the way, and
Oh,
I
okay.
second guessed.
You're just like, no, Elsa, she's a bougie girl. Like, she should be more.
I just thought because we don't have Perceptor anymore, she went up again, but no. Okay.
No. All right. Melissa was actually there when I got this collector's item. This is the Belle Accomplished Mystic, or however the name is. I feel like I wrote that backwards. Belle Accomplished Mystics Parks promo. This is the one that you got when you completed the collection quest at Disney California Adventure. Got 5 seconds. And this is the TCG player market price. All right. 3, 2, 1, and show. She is $29.99. Jay, you are the closest.
Yep. Good job, dude.
Jay, you get 2 points because you're within range. Or no, 1 point if you're within range. I should know my own rules.
I think I need to get on TCG Player.
No.
Some stuff's in my budget.
You're like,
I've been eyeing her for a minute. I think that's why I kind of knew the price. Because when she first like released, she was like 200. Like people were selling her for like $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, she's had to have dropped, but
Yeah.
she's still she's a still exclusive girl. So
she's still pretty exclusive.
yeah.
All right, we talked about this collector's item earlier. This is the D23 2024 promo box. So this is the one from the one that Melissa went
Melissa's
to.
favorite.
Yeah, Melissa knows. This is the current price. This is a range. So this one I do not have an exact price because there is a variety of answers. But the range is within $30 of each other.
Can we give ranges too?
You can give a range if you want. You give a range, but the range also has to be within $30.
Yeah.
Do not be like 5 to 1,000.
I win.
$1.
All right, I'll give you guys an extra 5 seconds for that one because that one I think requires a little bit more thinking.
Do you want to know what the funny part is?
Hmm.
I was on eBay before the show and I saw a bunch of them and I completely
I saw it yesterday, but I don't remember at all what it was.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, show.
Oh. They went down.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm close.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
I think Sierra
Sierra.
I feel like mostly you get a point for like being pretty close to the range. Sierra, you get 2 for like being the closest and like almost pretty spot on.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just like Survivor, I'm gonna steal it in this last question.
Love it. Survivor
I've
needs
lost
to
the
make
entire
it-
time.
Comes in on the very end. This is why you never give up. Keep on digging.
Don't stop now.
All right. This is also a range. This one is a bit more generous of a range. This one is about a $50 range. Actually closer to like $80 range because the prices can vary. This is a first chapter brand new booster box. I was gonna say sealed, but I feel like first chapter wasn't really sealed.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. I feel
Okay,
like
but hold on now, because now I'm really gonna get on the collector side. Is this 2023 box?
We don't
or
know for
is-
sure.
Actually, you can tell because of the cereal. So I've seen videos where people could tell, but I guess you can't.
this one is
on
not
that one?
a first wave specific.
Okay. Sealed though.
It is a brand new booster box.
Quote
So,
unquote.
as sealed
because
as
there's
you could get for first chapter.
First wave didn't have the little stickers
Sorta.
on the side. So the second wave, they added the little tape thingy on the
The
side.
tape, and then they sealed it.
Yep.
But sealed
Yep.
didn't happen until Floodborne or Inkland.
A
Yeah.
third wave.
Yeah.
Ink,
Inklands.
Inklands, yeah.
I want to say Inklands.
Yeah.
The tape happened with Floodborne.
Yeah.
hmm But yeah, first chapter was just like bare bones. You're just like, you get a box. And
You
What's the
get a
tamper
box.
in
You get a box.
we all get boxes. Like I said, the
said
range, I'm maybe
$50
kind of generous
range?
with this one because the prices can kind of fluctuate a bit. So it's about a $80 range.
Okay.
All right.
I kept it within 50. That's fine.
Like 80, 50. And then let me write that down.
You want us to do a range?
If you want to do a range.
Um,
Range kind of gives you more flexibility on being right, I feel like.
Okay, 50 or 80 range.
It is 80.
Okay, fine. I'll just change one.
Yeah, I'm just going to do 80. Because that's what I wrote down. Should I have been more organized? Maybe. But it's my show and I can do whatever.
Next time.
Next time. We learn as we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, show. So I have $270 to $350.
That
Okay.
was way off. I thought it was more expensive.
All right.
Mm.
I feel like
Did I
this
win
is-
again?
You did.
Where
I
are
think.
you
What
at?
did? What?
You're at
Ooh.
258 to what is the last number you had, Sierra?
To 280.
280. I feel like Melissa's closer because I feel like you had the range a little better.
Add
'Cause, yeah,
250 to
Judge.
30.
Right.
Oh, I
versus
see. I was
not.
looking at the other number you put. Okay.
Yeah.
270.
So I feel like Melissa would get the
Yeah.
2
Melissa
points.
gets that one.
Right. Right
It's
It's
now,
interesting that the range is so big, but I bet it's because of the serial numbers.
I think so.
Mm.
I feel like it's because of the serial number. I think shipping plays a role in it. The condition of the
Yeah.
box, I feel like, was also another factor when looking at these prizes.
Mhm.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
the box you could tell was like a little like squished inside, or like
Mm.
the part that's
That's
like
not difficult. Yeah,
The
the
flappy
perforated.
thing.
Perforated.
Yeah.
perforated. Yeah. I was gonna say serrated. I was like, it's not right. But yeah, the perforated. There were a few that's like I felt like they were cheaper because that like broke.
Yeah.
Which even too, it's like I wouldn't even argue that it was the person who's like selling that's fault. I feel like that could also just be broken
Manufacturer.
really easily because of packaging or like shipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like there was a variety of ranges, but I was like, it's kind of interesting to look at what a first chapter box is worth because I have 2 on a shelf, and every so often I'm like eyeing them, but I was like, is it worth it?
You already have your Elsa, so
I already have my
no.
Elsa, so I was like, I don't gotta.
Yeah.
All right. This next one is the Mickey Mouse Brave Little Prince. I was about to say Taylor, and I was like, no. Mickey Mouse Brave Little Prince Iconic.
Mm,
This one is not a
You
price range.
mean at this one?
This
You
one.
just had it?
This just changed. For how much did Jay pay for this?
Are we doing range for this one?
No, this one
Graded
is
or ungraded?
I believe this is ungraded. Yeah, this is ungraded.
I bet they're not. Are they selling ungraded ones?
I feel like there are.
I feel like they've done so much now that if you can counterfeit this iconic, I mean, wow.
I would be impressed.
I would be. Yeah. I wouldn't want that. Like, this is not a challenge, but
This is not a challenge.
No.
Let me
So ungraded.
Yeah, let me double check though, because that one does matter if it's graded or ungraded. I feel like I kept all of these though to be ungraded.
I can't recall if the price in my head is graded or not graded, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure the price in my head is graded, so I have no idea the ungraded.
These are ungraded.
I'm pretty sure mine is graded, but we're gonna go with it.
You're like, I feel good enough with this.
I'm just gonna go a little bit lower than what I think the graded is.
I wrote that so bad. I'm fixing that. All right. 3, 2, 1, show.
Oh wow.
1,500.
Okay. Ungraded?
Ungraded. It is 1,500.
Wow. Dang.
So Melissa, you're off by 300. Jay, how much are you off of?
1,200.
300
She
as
wins
well. Well, you guys tied, right? You both were off by 300? Okay. So you guys just both get a point. I'll be generous.
I can't believe
Thanks.
Well, you tied. I don't know. Judge calls us tie. I don't know. Roll dice. Roll dice.
Jay wins because she has one.
You know what? I'll give you that.
All right, and then so far we still have a few more. We're about the halfway point for these questions. So far Melissa's in the lead with 5. Jay and Sierra are tied at 2 points so far.
Oh my God.
Wah, wah, wah.
But you know, just like we said, it's Survivor. You can come back.
It's Survivor.
All right. This is the average price, but it's not a range because they all were the same prices when I was looking them up on eBay. This is a PSA 8 or PSA 9 black discard card.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you guys
That's
have
a
seen those,
tough
right?
one.
The
Yeah.
black, and it says discard and all caps on it on white font.
Which type of discard though? Just
This
like
one
the
is just
Yeah, is it
plain-
enchanted?
This one's just the plain black one. Yeah,
discard.
no foil, no enchanted on it, and this is PSA 8 or 9. Because that is
That's
also
a tough
factor.
one, Kim. That's a tough one.
Are we doing
Oh.
range instead?
If we're doing what?
Range.
No, this one is a pretty exact one. Because anyone
Pretty
that was
exact? Okay.
yeah, this one is
Okay.
a exact
Dang.
number. Because all of the 8 or 9 PSA black discards were the same price.
Okay. Okay.
So this one is
And this
no
is-
range.
This is the black one with
Who's
the white
even
letters.
selling 8s? Like, break it. Break it and
Hey, if
regrade
it's
it.
not a 10, apparently if it's just an 8 or 9, it isn't worth this price. According to eBay.
Sorry for those of you who are selling them or buying them. What's even worse?
Buy a 9 at least. If you're gonna choose between an 8 or a 9, buy a 9. That's
Buy a
Sierra's,
9.
that's Sierra's financial advice for the day.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I feel like at the end I need to award a bonus point for who made me laugh the most. All right, 3, 2, 1, show. 69.99.
I was so off.
Me too. Look at that.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, that's 2 points.
Hold up. Sierra low-key has been looking at these, at the 8s and the 9s, and she was way too
Well, I'm just
close to that.
I'm sitting here okay, basically a discard is $30 online, and then you paid $20 to get it graded out of 8. So, plus shipping. It's like,
That's too funny.
break it, reopen
I
it.
love it. I love it.
All right. Next one, since we were just talking about it, funnily enough, but I thought it would be really interesting. This is an enchanted discard card. No PSA grading.
Oh, jeez.
All right, just draw.
Yeah, I like to trip you guys up. And then this is also a pretty exact price because any one of these that are online tend to be the same price.
I
I have
can't
no
imagine
clue on these.
Yeah. Does anyone happen to have
I haven't
a
seen one of
discard
these in a
card their
minute.
collection? Not the enchanted one specifically, but any sort of discard cards, because I don't.
I have the
No.
QR one from
Oh.
this last set.
Oh, that's
Is
cool.
it like the yellow one
cool.
or?
The yellow one.
Yeah.
It's not as cool.
Did you pull it, or
I
did
pulled
you buy
two.
it?
It was literally.
How does
Ah.
it feel?
Yeah. How does it feel?
Disappointing. Is it disappointing?
Yeah, this could have been an enchanted.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it was the common slots because
I was
I'm
about
like
to ask,
Oh,
like,
okay.
where
Oh,
was it
okay,
normally?
okay.
Like, where was it sitting? If it was in like the
the
rares?
first two. Like literally
okay.
when you open it, it's
Oh,
the first
okay.
two. And I was like,
Oh.
wait, what? And this was for sealed, so I'm like, Robin,
You just lost the card.
I'm not a your card disadvantage.
You're like, I need a whole new box. Thank you.
You're like, I need 2 new packs for this 2-card disadvantage.
What does the QR code take you to?
It just says discard. If you scan it, it just says
Interesting.
That is interesting. All right. 3, 2, 1, show. 3,
What in the world?
Dang.
You guys are
Why?
3,500 for
Why?
enchanted
What did
discard.
you
That's why I don't know, because absolutely not.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's
I'm
ridiculous.
like, dang, that could like put a mortgage on a house or something. Like, what?
That's,
Dude,
I don't know if I'd
for
be
real.
buying
Literally.
an enchanted discard.
that's a dent right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
3,500 for
Wow.
not graded. And then fun fact, because this is not a question I'm giving you guys, a graded one I think I saw went up to 25,000. Like
Oh
a
my
PSA
God.
10 one.
So don't be sad if you pull one of those. Just immediately be like,
Immediately be like, I'm
in.
gonna buy a house with that.
Yeah.
literally.
Oh.
Dang,
Who
that's
was
crazy.
closer? Because I didn't see Sierra's answer.
Mine was 400, so I was way off.
I did
I feel
8.
like
Okay.
so yeah, okay.
I
Jay
still,
was
I,
close.
I,
Jay was
I
close.
feel like I don't deserve a point on that. Like, I'm
You guys
so way
deserve
off.
the point.
Like,
How far off? But
I
sure,
think
we'll
you do though,
We give
because
Jay
it
the point.
shouldn't be that price.
All right, so I gave Jay the point because you're
Oh,
right. I should have
man.
given it. In my head too, I was kind of like, you guys are all the way off. But no, Jay does get the point. All right.
It's insane.
I expressed how much I love this card. Mickey Mouse, True Friend, Disney Lorcana promo signature card. This is the one that you could have gotten if you went to Continentals.
Yes. Okay.
And
I
then
have
this
no
is
idea.
not arranged. This is market price from TCG Player.
Not graded, right?
Not graded.
I have no
Would
idea.
you guys get those signed, like, actually, or no?
I have one signed.
You get one signed, or when
No,
I
you
was
got
with-
it
Wait.
signed.
I got one signed.
This is a signed one?
No,
That you're
this one
asking about?
is okay. I thought you were
Okay,
asking
okay.
if you would ever do it. I was like, well, I got one.
Yeah. That's what I like. I don't like if I got one. I don't know that I would want to get it signed, but I don't
think
know if
because
that's
I had
a
two,
thing.
I was like, I'm willing to get one signed.
Same.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have
Yeah.
been like, nah. This
Yeah.
is staying in pristine collection. But yeah, once
Agreed.
again, this is Mickey Mouse True Friend Disney Lorcana promo signature card. This is not signed. This is not PSA. This is the market price. All right. 3, 2, 1, show. 36.38.
What?
Okay.
I'm not
That's
even
real.
showing you.
$500. Jay, what'd you put down? I think
75.
75. And then Melissa,
Yeah.
you put 28. So Melissa,
28.
28.
you got
Melissa's
it pretty
got that
close.
one.
Oh, and then you get the bonus one because you were within.
Is it just
Earlier,
one?
Kim,
Oh
you're
no,
kind
if
of
you got
making
it
me think
exact,
like
if you got it exact, you
Which
got
one?
the bonus
it would be like way
Yeah.
less. And I was like,
No,
I literally snuck an extra zero on like right before I flipped it over. Because I
You're
was
just
like,
Mickey Mouse is a bougie boy.
yeah, I was like, I don't freaking know. Sorry.
All right, second to last one. So this is not a range, but this is an item. This is like one exact price because I feel like all of them seem to be in this price. The Disney Lorcana Challenge foiled Rapunzel gifted with healing playmat.
Mm.
If my penmanship is bad, I'll say it. But
I believe. I feel like this is a playmat I will never have.
Same.
You're making me want
Melissa's
to change my
smiling like she's
answer
like, I
again.
actually have it back there somewhere. All right, 3, 2, 1, show.
she went up.
Oh, dang.
15.
That was way off.
Okay.
You
I got
Oh,
1200.
Sarah, you were
Good job,
close.
Sierra.
Yeah,
Good
Sierra's
job.
closer.
We know what she's been eyeing lately.
I love that playmat,
Such a
but
pretty
honestly, I can't even.
It's
so
so pretty.
expensive.
They are so pretty.
Yeah. It's my favorite playmat, actually.
It
Just
is
the
good.
Rapunzel one.
It goes so well with the hair because, like, the foil is
Mhm.
like flowy.
I know when you talk about
Mhm.
Rapunzel playmats, like some people would think of the one that you bought with a set. It's like the artist one. And I was like, no, it's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the DLC one.
Uh-huh.
When looking for the prices, it kept showing me that one. I'm like, that's not the one I want. I want the more expensive one. The more
Yeah.
exclusive one. All right, final question. Before we go into the final question, here are the scores. Melissa is in the lead with 6 points. Sierra is close behind in second with 5, and Jei is in third with 3. All right. So it could be anyone's game. We could tie it up if Jei, gets it perfect, gets 2 points. Sierra could take the lead if she gets it perfect. She could tie with Melissa. Melissa could just like crush everyone and get it perfect. Who knows? It's anyone's game. All right, final item. This is the Disney Lorcana first anniversary pin. This is the one that has BLT Mickey on it. I think they've released these first at Gen Con. Of not this last summer, but the one before.
I have so much beef with this pin. Do you want release price or current price?
Right now.
This is current price. I will also give you a $15 range. But to make it exciting, if you get the exact or the average answer, because there was a range, but there was a consistent this is the one I kept seeing repeatedly. You will get 3 points for this one.
So what's the
This is
range?
the gold one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
range is $15. Is
Okay,
$15. But
Okay.
if you get the common average answer, so it's like
Okay.
most people will have it listed for this exact price, you will get 3 points. But otherwise, if you
Okay.
get it within range, you'll get 1.
My range is going to be backwards because I didn't know you were giving us a range. So you'll see it what I mean.
Okay.
It's within 15.
So yeah,
Okay.
you get a $15 range, but it also goes to whoever gets closest within that range will get the 1 point. But if you get the average, it is 3 points because I want to spice it up for the last question because why not?
I feel like I haven't looked at this in so long because it's
I know.
like.
Yeah.
Can I phone a friend? Also,
Can we check our eBay?
No.
I've literally gotten 2 messages from eBay since being on here.
You're like, because of the
Something you were
show, I
looking
missed
at.
out on something. You're gonna be like, I missed out on that
Exactly.
pin, actually.
Too funny.
I don't know.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hopefully I did math right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. So the range was
Ooh,
20.
okay.
20 to 25. The average was
Let's go.
the average was 25. That is the consistent number.
Why don't I have this pin if
I
it's
know
only
this.
$25?
I have so much
I don't
beef
know.
because I bought it at the price that you guys put, and then it dropped.
We're gonna give
So
you
you
3
you
points.
bought it at $194?
No, I bought it for like 75.
Wow.
And
So are we
then
gonna
it
go buy it right
dropped.
now?
So the beef, yeah.
Because I think they kept giving it out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't just D23. Yeah.
Yeah, like I managed to
Yeah.
get 2 at PAX West because they were like, we have
Mhm.
these.
Yeah.
If you like won 3 rounds in a game, you got one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
I'm
3
buying it
rounds.
right now.
In
There's
editing, I'm
even
gonna
one
add
for
a little like checkout sound.
$16.50. Bing.
Get that.
So we just finished the game. Jay came in with the exact average price, getting triple points. Exciting. Which brings the total to Jay and Melissa tying at 6 points, and Sierra being so close in second with 5. Very good. You guys get your badge of, like, you get to keep your collector expertise badge.
We know our stuff.
You know your stuff.
That was fun.
Or we just spent too much money.
I
on
know.
this
I already
stuff.
know that some of us after we film this are going to go on eBay and be like, I didn't realize it was that price. I'm gonna go buy some pins or buy a card, whatever. I already know. I'm already kind of like, ooh, what am I gonna buy? Anyway. So, we just played this super fun game. We've talked about our dream items, our favorite items, our stories, and it kind of comes down to when you're a collector, obviously we reach a point where you just physically cannot collect everything. And I feel like when Disney Lorcana first came out, there was only so much. It was pretty easy because most of the time, most of it was in an English language. And then it was just like, okay, per set, you just get the booster box, the trove, the play mats, the sleeves, easy peasy. Then we get organized play introduced, you get those promos, and now we're at a point, 2, 3 years later at this point, where now, Disney Lorcana has expanded almost all over the world, and we have so many things that are region and language locked, or like language exclusive is a better word. We have things that are now exclusive to Disney parks and Disney stores. We have things exclusive now to Disney cruise ships even. I don't know, maybe when Disney goes to space, we'll have Disney Lorcana product exclusive to that. But all of that to say, as a collector, where do you draw the line, I guess? Or, do you decide on, do you collect something niche? I've seen a couple creators online, like one I'm thinking about specifically is Lorcana Rob, where he focuses exclusively on collecting like misprints. So, those enchanted discards we were just talking about earlier. He wants to collect all of those. Um, there are other people that I know personally, locally, that like want to collect every single enchanted, and that's it. They don't need a master set. They just want the enchanteds. So, I'm gonna ask all of you, have you niched down on something, and how do you cope with as best as you can? Because I feel like this is a fragile question of realistically, as we discussed with our dream items, you kind of realistically, it's not responsible anyway to try to collect everything. Unless you're a millionaire, then do whatever. So with that, let's start with the promo queen herself, Melissa.
Oh boy. So I feel like I'm gonna give kind of like an easy way out answer. Because I feel like I collect pretty much everything that Lorcana has come out with. I mean, look at my room. I even have made a collection out of my DLC badges. So that's just me. I have a problem. Hi, we will have our anonymous meeting after this, guys. So with that being said, when it comes to niching, because I collect everything, my niche is not necessarily, hey, I've focused on this. My niche is more so, I realize I can't collect it all at one time. So what I've told myself is, if the opportunity presents itself, finding the enchanted, whatever, I'm not forcing it. So my days of going on eBay are really slowing down, if not kind of coming to a pause at the current moment. Um, but if there is something that I want to definitely continue, I've got two answers. It's either the promos, obviously, I think that was the more obvious one, or even the playmats, because I do have a few in my collection that, again, I know many do not have. And I mean, I hate to say it and I hate to brag, Jay, the ones you're talking about, I have. So like literally the right ear, not the Asian market ones. So for that, it's like I already have kind of like the big ones. So that would be me. So if I had to do just two things, the playmats and the promos, which is a lot. It's a lot.
That is so a lot, especially like I said, there's so many promos that are so, region exclusive now that it's like
Yeah.
it's still an adventure, but there are other
Yep.
people too, like I said, who love to collect exclusively like all
Yeah.
the Disney Lorcana pins, which I feel like
Yep.
unfortunately that got a little easier for them, but
Yeah.
we digress.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like trading is going to be the biggest opportunity and the most economical way to acquire at this point, at least for me, right? So if I go to Ghent, are there things, like you said, regionally that they have? Like I still don't have the Goofy Musketeer card. So that's going to be my best opportunity. Like, hey, I've got this from the States. Do you have a Goofy? Things like that.
I'm so curious if we're gonna try to get those exclusive posters that are like in Europe that they have at LGS's.
Never even thought of that.
Whoops.
Add that to the list.
Add it to the list. You're gonna come home from Ghent, I imagine, with just like so many extra suitcases. And, yeah. You're gonna be wearing like all your clothes, layers upon layers, just so you can fit more in your suitcase.
That's
That's what I picture.
I'll send you a photo if I do that.
Yes, I would love to see it. You trying to board the plane with just like all the promos, all the, European lanyards, whatever. All right. And then, we have Sierra, who I'm aware, and like you've talked about earlier in this episode, you love to collect the princesses. How do you cope with, have you niched down specifically to princesses? Have you niched down to anything else in your collection? And how do you, I guess, like I said, cope? Cope just sounds like such like a sad word, but I feel like that's a reality of like, can you realistically have everything that you want when it comes to Disney Arcana?
Yeah, I think that niching down helps a lot because, like, the promos, I'm not even worried about. Like, especially the cruise ones, I'm not. Oh well, But that Rapunzel promo at Walt Disney World, I might book a flight for that one. But yeah, I think it's mainly the princesses. Like, I have almost a master set minus enchanteds, so I do like keeping up with that, but that's more completely economical. I don't really care about most of the enchanteds unless there's a princess. So even like this last set, I was kind of like, how much am I going to open, because there's not really anything that I'm searching for, I guess you could say. So I think it's just niching down and just feeling like I can get what I can get, and like I don't even care about, honestly, the Elsa enchanted. I don't need her.
You don't need her.
Even though, yeah, I don't need her. I mean, like, I don't
You
know,
say that with
like,
gritted teeth, like, ugh, I don't need her.
well, I mean, it's just like, okay, the Elsa, what is it called? The one that like you win.
Oh, the Let
I
It
like that
Go?
one. Yeah, I like that one better.
Or no, the new one, the
So
Ice Maker.
yeah, that one. So I like that one better. But I kind of like put myself on a budget every month where I'm like, you're not allowed to spend past this, period. So if you want to buy something, like I want Dumbo, I'm real patient too. I'm gonna wait for all of it to drop when everyone's like, oh, been rotated out. Perfect.
You're like, time to
Mine
swoop
now.
in.
Like that Mickey pin that I just bought.
That's so valid. You're like, it's been over a year. It's mine now.
Mhm. Patience.
All right, and then same question to you, Jay. I know for you, specifically from what I've seen on your collection, is you really love getting the Disney Lorcana artists to like sketch on cards or getting their signatures. So that's what I associate when I think of like your collection. So I would argue maybe that's your niche, but let me know if you have another niche that you like to focus on as well. And how do you cope with not being able to collect every
Yeah.
single thing with Disney Lorcana?
I think I'm a work in progress, to be honest, because when the
All of
game
us.
first started, like I wanted everything. But
Mhm.
then, like as you mentioned, as the game evolved, it's like I know I'm not gonna get everything, and I'm okay with that. So focusing on like the sleeves, like I still want to keep up with getting all the sleeves. Like I started with the magazines, like I'm gonna keep up with that because I think it's like so unique. Um, so it's more of like unique things, in my opinion, like little things like that.
Mhm.
And then definitely like every opportunity I get to meet an artist, I'm there, I'm game, and I want to get a card signed by them. And I think um, I like to see that collection grow. So it's yeah.
Pretty
I'm surprised
solid.
you didn't mention the lore trackers.
Yeah, like little things like that. Yeah, like the sleeves, lure trackers, like
Yeah.
it's attainable, I guess, things,
Yeah.
but also like I don't know. It's there's so much cool stuff out there. It's like it's hard to keep up. So,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool, you know. It's good to see the game grow, but
You
hashtag
know,
work in progress.
and this relates too because I feel like in my early Disney Lorcana journey, I was very much like, because I'm new to TCGs as well. I think all of us, this is our first TCG. And so I kind of was brand new to the concept of like collecting, and I was really into trying to collect, everything. And I think I got overwhelmed. There was almost a point where I reached burnout because I was just like, it's impossible. And I got really frustrated. And my partner, my boyfriend, he's been into TCGs for like 20 years now at this point, since he was a kid. And he explained that this piece of advice I feel like always stuck with me is part of the journey and part of the fun is still being able to collect stuff because arguably it's not as fun if you could just get your hands on everything. And so because I feel like, yeah, if I could just get my hands on anything, like, what even is the point of collecting? It's not that special. Like, a
Yeah.
collection is something that should be special to you. So that's a little piece of advice he told me that kind of stuck with me, so I don't like feel so left out and so much FOMO if
Mhm.
I'm just like, I can't get, this one, DLC promo or this one thing. It's just like, it's fine. It's fine. If I can't collect every single enchanted right now, it's okay. Eventually, because that's how I feel right now with that Cinderella Dreams Come True Enchanted. I was like, someday she will be mine, just not right now, and that's okay. I'm telling myself that's part of the fun. To wait, and maybe one day I'll pull her. Maybe she'll be a gift one day. Who knows?
Sierra's spot on too with like being patient on
Yes.
like things because yeah, the FOMO is a real thing.
They
But
drop.
yeah.
And all of this is a good transition to, I think, my final question for the show is, Disney Arcana, I think especially with Fabled, attracted so many new players, and I feel like Disney Arcana in general just is always attracting new players, especially because of the IP. It's a fun time. People see challenges and they're like, "What is this?" Or especially with the park activations, they're like, "Ooh, they're at Disneyland or soon to be Disney World," and they're like, "What is this Arcana? This is so cool." But I imagine, like I just said, I was a brand new TCG player and was like, whoa, this is like this whole new world, pun intended, um, of just like collecting and playing. But, I feel like for arguably all of us, we got into collecting and playing Disney Arcana pretty early on, within, that first year. Um, What's any advice you have for someone who is coming in, let's say like they see Whispers in the Well, or they see Winterspell because they just did Festival of the Arts at Disney World and they're like, whoa, Winterspell's coming out. I want to get new into this game. What is advice for those soon to be players and collectors? Because I imagine for them it's an even more like overwhelmed and being like, oh my gosh, I missed out on like 3 years worth of collecting. Like, where do I even start? How do I avoid being burnt out? All that stuff. So with that, let's start with Melissa.
Sure. So I give this advice on the Facebook groups when there are people who are like, "Hey, I'm new to the game," or even on TikTok in the comment section. They'll put it in one of my videos. And my advice generally is, if you are brand new to this game, and assuming you don't have a millionaire salary, and you're just an everyday schmo, my first thing is pace yourself. And then decide what type of person you are. Are you going to play the game? Are you a collector? Are you a bit of both? And the reason I say that is because if you're going to play, start with the singles. Get what you need to build your deck, right? Fill that out first, and then the rest will follow. If you're more of a collector, start with obviously the current sets, because those are going to be the more obtainable. If you are completist and you want to go all the way back to chapter 1, please, 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 please go to your locals. Find people that have been doing so. I have an entire thing of first chapter bulk in those drawers. The amount of sets I can give people outside of the super rares and the legendaries. If you want them, I've got them, right? Like, don't go spending money trying to buy a $300 booster box, as we, I guess, just learned, right? That's how much they were.
Yeah.
So there are ways to do it, and as long as you're not, if you could resist the urge to impulsively buy things, right? Because you didn't have the luxury of buying them as they came out. Pace yourself. If you want to start with a certain character, fine. I do have a friend, I won't name them, but they got in during Fabled, and they're on eBay like all the time, and they're like, oh, should I buy this? Should I buy this? Should I buy this? And I'm like, if you can, great, but I don't know that I would want to spend 4 digits right now on one slabbed card.
Mm-hmm.
I could have bought a whole lot more with that one slabbed card price, right? So it is what it is, to each their own. But yeah, pace yourself. Pace yourself. It will come.
Right. All right. And then all those same questions. Let's do Jay this time.
I think it depends on like what the person wants to do. Like if they want, like what Missy said, you want to play the game or do you want to collect? Honestly, like collecting is super fun, and Lorcana has a lot of ways to make it fun. Like you don't have to be competitive, you don't have to, go hard. You can play casually, you can play with multiplayers, like you can collect, you can pick your favorite character and collect your favorite character. Like there's so many fun things to do with the game that is like kind of figuring out what you want to do with Lorcana and going that route. There's tools to like help you navigate, like TCG Player, eBay, Mercari. Like we can name all the things, right? But there's stuff out there, and then yeah, it's like what are you more drawn to and going that route to get started with.
Mm-hmm. And as well, too, what you specifically, Jay, do you have any tips for someone who's interested in those artist signatures and they're brand new to the game?
Yes, so definitely like the artists are out there going to events and stuff. So um this the money that like you're using to buy these personalized sketch cards and stuff like that goes to the artist. So like you're directly supporting all of these artists, and all of them I can't say all of them because I haven't met them all, but like
Not yet, anyway.
all of the artists that I've met are the kindest people. So like if you do find a common artist that you really love, reach out to them on Instagram, DM them to get to know like how you can get a sketched art by them, and they will more than likely like reach out and tell you like next steps. So just know that like that's directly impacting the artists and like supporting them. And it's a really fun way too to like get something super unique. Most of these artists don't do double sketches on the same card. Like it's personalized for you as one of one, and it's super dope.
Awesome. Awesome. And then finally, Sierra, all the same questions to you. And also, because I feel like you're our online shopper, eBay queen, anything specific for online shopping, especially when it comes to bidding. Because, like, to me, I'm like, what is bidding? What do I do for that? Now I'm interested.
Yeah, I think I would have to. I don't have much to say about playing because sometimes I'll be like, I'm not spending $100 on a card just to try to win. So, especially if it's not a card that like I like. So I'll just stick with like the collecting side of it. I second what Missy said. Like I'm all about if it haunts me after a couple weeks, then it's worth the purchase. But if it's not something that is like kind of itching at you, it's like something that can wait. Just like that Mickey pen. Like I wanted it, but at $190 was the last time I looked at it, which was probably nearly a year ago or something like that. $20 makes a difference, so like just being patient. And then like I literally have my home screen where I have like TCG player and and eBay and all that like right there. And that way like you can compare, because when you are new, and like my boys will do it, they kind of sometimes get confused at like what the actual market price is and what the sell price is and all those different things, to where just because someone has it listed for that doesn't mean anything. And honestly, sometimes on eBay, if you go into the seller's shop and say, hey, I'll grab all of your Disney Lorcana for this price instead of just,
Oh,
because
you're
sometimes like
bundling.
yeah, because you're paying for shipping too for each thing. So like they
Right.
can
No,
kind
that's
of
so fair.
adjust the price for you to where you're not having like
You're
these,
like,
they were
right?
all
No.
individual.
No, that's so fair,
Like 20
actually.
like $20 a piece for just shipping. And I was like, okay, like I'll buy them all if you can work on the shipping for me, like that type of thing. So
Right, because
yeah,
sometimes
I
it's
would
cheaper for
like
them to
Jason,
send
like
one
inbox
package.
people, talk to them, say, hey, I have this budget. And even like with that Germany Snow White, I was like, hey, next year, if you're still sitting on it, let's talk. Like obviously I want you to get the price that you want for it, but if it's not selling, let me know.
Right, well, thank you all so much for joining this episode of Kim's Corner, the inaugural episode, the first ever episode. I'm so excited. Live from Seattle, Kim's Corner. Amazing. And thank you for answering all those questions. I feel like sometimes takes a back seat in the world of Disney Lorcana because it's so focused on competitive play that I felt like it was just important and really interesting to be like, let's like, put a little magnifying glass to like what really goes behind the collecting scene. And it's so interesting. I hope that anyone listening to this episode is like, wow, I didn't realize so much went into collecting. I didn't realize there were so many things I didn't realize were there to be collected. And now if I'm interested in collecting, I know what to do now. So thank you so much for your time. Let's sign off. I'm gonna go one by one, and let's start with Jay. Where can people find you, and are there any events you plan to go to in person soon that people can potentially meet you if you're trying to collect something soon?
You can find me on most of the social media platforms as lore_whisper. And
Whisper.
next event, I'm going to a Miami TCG Con, and that is January 17th and 18th. And there's going to be a ton of Disney Lorcana artists there. So if you're in the area or have a chance, like that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, that's not. Well, by the time this episode is live, it probably is the weekend after. So yeah, that's later on this month. That's crazy. That's coming up really fast. And now moving on to Sierra, where can people find you, and what major event are you going to potentially soon that people could possibly meet you and you're trying to collect stuff at?
Yeah, so I'm Sierra, Laura Lumineer on every social, and I will be at Richmond, and I'm hoping to somehow finagle a way to get to Walt Disney World with promos and playmats at the same time. Like, please drop them within like the same week. So hopefully I'll be there very soon.
Awesome. And finally, Melissa, where can people find you online and any major events you're going to sometime soon where people can find you, especially if you're trying to collect something?
Sure. So Instagram, I am at Missy Enchanted, and TikTok, I am at Missy_Enchanted. And as far as events, Richmond, I will also be there. I did mention I am local to Orlando, so I plan on being at the Festival of the Arts practically every day, if not every day. So if you are there, definitely give me a shout. Trying to plan a meet up for all the Illumineers going opening weekend, and then hopefully, like I said, I do have tickets for Ghent, so hopefully that does work out. So I get to see hopefully our overseas friends. That'll be fun.
Awesome. And then I'm your host, Enchanted Kim. You can find me at enchanted_Kim, primarily on Instagram and X, hopefully soon on TikTok as well. And I will also be at DLC Richmond in the coming weekend, hopefully by the time this episode comes up. Thank you all so much for being on Kim's Corner.